input the stream key and every other information into the stream settings,
Yes.
and then enable 360 video here. And from there, YouTube will just generate the template so we can just input the signal there.
Mm-hmm.
The other way we can do this is that link you sent to Insta 360. And then we would have to buy all that extra equipment just to connect, but I think that's more recommendable anyways, because we want to be able to connect the camera to the desktop and maybe record as well.
Mm-hmm.
And
Now when you did you actually try it for yourself, or were you able to do this? Did this work for you?
doing it for the custom RTMP link.
Yeah.
No, not yet. Honestly, I'm starting to look into it right now and get into it.
Okay. So this is good for you to know, anyways.
Yes,
Besides us, that you can give it maybe as a service or something.
absolutely. I already thought out for the blockchain center. This is something that we can offer to them. And
You understand?
yes, ma'am.
So I always like to think about it as reusability. You know, that
Yes,
you can say once you have the skills, you can put that in your toolbox as skills that you can give.
absolutely. And I've been thinking for a long time of investing into a 360 live stream business. So this could be the first step to creating an app and hopefully like a prototype.
Mm-hmm.
And but I'm gonna get to it, so I'm gonna buy the equipment as well, the Ethernet adapter and the USB to go cable, so I can replicate it and test it on the blockchain center,
Yeah.
and so we can have it working
Right. What
later.
we want to do, Paul, is on Saturday, we want to announce to the participants there that we want to do a lecture series at the Blockchain Center. I spoke to
Okay.
Erica. She's been after me all the time for us to do something, and I told her Tuesdays would be good for us. It was just that we were busy with so many projects. So we'll we'll set up a date that we'll say that we'll do at the Blockchain Center.
Okay, that sounds good.
Some of the things that we're doing there again, we'll do on our strategies, and we'll look at maybe trading and doing strategies with the block with crypto and with Bitcoin,
Yeah,
and looking
wow.
at trading for programmers and non-programmers. So non-programmers, what they can do is they can look at the strategies and monitor the strategies, and when they have some ideas, when we have a group of programmers as well, is they can articulate their ideas, and the programmers can work in teams. And also there'd be others just monitoring to see what's happening. Now with the coronavirus, the stock market is going crazy. Have you seen
Yeah,
that? Going down so many percentages. So your strategies need to be changing too. Some people are just out of the market because their traditional strategies no longer work.
exactly. And I heard that China is even investing is going to invest a lot into real estate and VR and just VR in general because of the virus. Um,
Right. Well, even all those video conferencing systems, like Zoom and so forth, their stocks have been going up because they think even if there is the coronavirus all over the world, just like we're speaking now, that people will be doing more video conferencing.
yeah, I mean it's sad that we're getting to that state of a civilization, but it might be an opportunity for the industry.
Yeah. Okay, great. So I see. So what do you have to do for this part? I see that you
So
set up. I see you set up your screen here,
so
right,
yeah,
where you have the stream generated key that we've done before too with the RTMP, and then you have the backup, and then I see here that you enabled the. You also have additional settings. You have the 360 video. So what is it going to take for you
uh-huh.
to actually try this out?
I'm gonna put all my energy into trying it out this week and making it work. I just need to You see how it's now like generating something in 360?
Pardon?
Do you see in the preview window how it has that 360 kind of?
Yeah, I see the preview. Yes.
So I'm assuming that it's already ready just for the feed, for the video feed. So I
Yes.
just have to generate an input, how to like generate an input RTMP link, then test it out with the phone,
Mm-hmm.
and from there, just invest in getting that necessary equipment.
Yeah. Let me. Avi just got on, so he'll fix his echo. Thank you. So he'll fix his echo. So if you
Okay, I
see
fixed
here,
it already.
yeah, he
Fine.
fixed it already. So you see here, you can see on my screen, you can see it a
Yeah.
little bit better because I went to
Fine.
the YouTube that you can see. So he's gotten to this part,
Uh-huh.
but he hasn't gone further to this. Okay, have you tried it with Facebook?
Yes, ma'am.
Facebook should be easy, right?
Yeah, Facebook works really easy with this camera and the software.
Mm-hmm.
If you want, I can try it now and show you.
Yeah. So why don't you try it now?
Okay.
Because at least you know Facebook will work.
Yes, exactly. So I'm
You
gonna.
know, so at least it's the beginning part that you can say you can do it in Facebook, but the whole idea is that you can stream with further beyond Facebook. You could do YouTube. You know.
Absolutely. No, yeah. Well, once we get the RTMP link down, the process of it, we'll be able to do it with any
Hmm.
platform.
So, what? So how do you work with Lewis,
Yes.
or what is your connection with Lewis?
So with Lewis, we started working 2 years ago. I'm building XR Miami.
You're doing what?
We're working together and building XR Miami. He's
Uh
my
huh. XR Miami. Uh huh. And XR Miami is a company. What is XR Miami?
collective that I started 3 years ago.
Oh, the collective. Okay.
It's a collective membership collective, but now it's becoming more of an association. Um,
Mhm.
here I'm gonna share the link with you guys.
Mhm.
And right now we're in the beginning stages of becoming a more institution, like more. I'm streaming right now on Facebook, by the way. So
You are.
yeah.
He's
So
what?
He's gonna stream Facebook now.
okay, I sent you the link for the video. The
Oh, so
video.
I have to get the link, or what do I have to do?
I'm gonna share the screen as well.
Okay.
Let me just readjust here.
So where'd you put
Uh,
the? Did you post it on the side there? You can post a
Let
comment.
him open and
yeah,
we'll tell him.
on the chat window,
Yeah.
but I think you can see it now on the actual.
Yeah, I see. No, I don't see it.
This
Where
is
is it?
mine.
That's his. Where?
Let him tell
It's
you.
full screen. It should say full screen on the.
So where am I
So
supposed?
this is, look at the box. You see him there in the bottom here.
Yeah, on the bottom you see if
Oh
you click.
yeah. Okay, I see it. Yeah. So let me just share it. Hold on. Okay. Yes, I see it. Mhm.
Well, it's live streaming. Seems to be rather slow, so we need some help on that.
Mhm.
And this is
And,
live streaming from
From
Facebook.
Facebook. Yeah. That he can do. You know what I
Okay.
mean? He's
And in
have.
order to view it, people that are not on the
You have to be
on
on your
our
face.
video conference, can you please let
Yeah.
me finish?
Mhm.
You want to go ahead and talk? Go ahead and
Yeah.
talk, please.
So if people weren't live on the video conference, where do they have to go to see it?
people weren't live in the video conference, they can just go to a public link on Facebook or a group link.
Okay, and where what public link would they be able to
Can
see
you
it?
can we see the link and click on it to test it and to see how
Yeah,
it works?
it's on the stream side on the what's it called on the right hand side with the private chat. I posted the link
What did he
He
say?
said he posted the link.
on the where it says private chat where we can post the links and stuff.
Where did you
Hey,
post the link?
on the private chat
Oh,
tab on the
private chat. Okay, hold on, let me go to it.
Hey guys, so I'm just testing out the live streaming here.
Okay, here it is.
I got it already.
Yeah.
I'm going there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go there too. Okay, so you can. Yeah, let me try it on my screen.
I mean, but I can tell you already that we're gonna need like a very fast connection
Okay, so
to deal with these live streams. And blockchain server has a really nice connection.
okay, so we have to have an email or a phone and a password to log in.
You have to have you have to log in with.
Oh, with your
No,
Facebook
we see. I
account,
have it here
that's the problem.
because I have see that's the problem with Facebook
And if
is you.
somebody doesn't have,
Hmm.
what kind
I
of
mean,
email or
but
phone qualifies for this?
You just have to have a Facebook. You see, you have to have a Facebook account.
Okay,
there's
which
gotta be.
Facebook
I
account
think
do
there
people
has
have?
to be like a
Yours.
feature with Facebook that they could just
Yeah,
allow
you
you to
see it
Which
here.
is
live
arush
stream
at
stuff.
miami.edu.
Yeah, on 12/6. Mm-hmm.
I feel like there has to be an option because if they want viewership on the Facebook platform, they would want people to not have to create a profile, but they actually want your information. So they want your
Mm-hmm.
that makes sense, right?
Yeah, but it's so you. But at least you can see that. Yeah, on the Facebook part. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean and with Facebook you can it's pretty much similar. It's very similar to YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
The settings and the amount of things you can do.
Mm-hmm.
But the next step is to input this feed into OBS, and from there we can do a lot more.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see that. You see.
It's very slow though, too
What?
slow. It's my opinion. The bandwidth speed is too slow. Hey, there's Louis saying hello. Hey,
Mm-hmm.
Louis.
Yeah, I see. I'm on your Facebook now, and I see it
So
Cool.
what do we see?
right here. We see him.
I see something different here. What do I see?
Well, you got
I
it.
see you in the street somehow.
No, did you click into
Oh no,
this?
no, that's a different one.
Okay, okay, I
Yeah,
see you
see,
now.
he's into it.
Okay, you
See,
have
We
all
got
kinds of
30
videos.
this is
live.
this
Yeah,
is
every
Facebook
day recording.
page. You see, and
Fine.
he's doing it live.
Right.
You got it. He's doing it live.
So where is he sitting right now?
He's right
In
here
my
No.
apartment.
in his apartment.
Oh, this is in your apartment?
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
yeah. You
I
see
think
that? So you understand?
Yes.
So Facebook's easy. You can get up and running with Facebook. That's the advantage. The disadvantage, we know that you have to then log in with a Facebook account. Do you understand?
Yes.
But at least it works. That's the advantage of Facebook, that you can do
So
it.
let me
you
understand
can.
something.
Mhm.
What kind of services how could I generate cash flow for you and for Louis that will be sustainable, that you can fund your activities?
Um,
Do you understand?
I
Explain it to me.
understand.
Maybe
He's,
just repeat it.
he understood it, but
So
he's trying to speak.
No, yeah, no, no problem. That's a great question.
That's a
I
great
think
question.
I think by making education apps, maybe with as 360 or VR as the medium, and bringing us people who would hire us to do such things with our teams will be a good way. To be earnest with you, I think that I'm very grateful that you're thinking of us in that way, and if whatever opportunity appears, we would be glad to help you. Right now,
Hmm.
we're thinking of many ways so that we can generate cash flow. So it's bound to happen. But any help that we get, we will
Hmm. He's
we take
okay.
if I need to understand, what are you capable? What services are you capable of
He's
delivering?
not clear. If we found somebody, we're not even clear what services you're capable of doing or what services you want to provide.
Okay, so we're capable of doing 360 recordings and live streaming, not just with this camera in particular, but with many types of 360 and smart vision
And
cameras.
live streaming with what?
With traditional, two-dimensional equipment or 360 video cameras.
And when you say conventional, you mean it'll be live streaming to where?
to any platform that you would want to work with. But it's not. It wouldn't just be 360. It would be 3D. Also like 3D modeling, virtual reality development. Anything that has to do with these XR technologies
Okay.
that we're focused specializing in.
So you're specializing in XR technologies.
Yes,
Is
ma'am.
that, so XR technologies. So give me an example of
Who will use?
who
Who will be the target audience?
who would want who would
Did
need that?
did anybody ever paid you for these services, and what kind of a business were they in?
What kind, either in the past or in the future, what kind of business would need something like that or would be willing to
So,
pay?
what kind of one of the largest target demographics or business in the XR industry is corporate trading. Uh,
Corporate what?
corporate trading, like ROI and analytics, being able to train a worker with a more efficient speed. So it would be creating, like training apps and doing creating in-house type of
Have you ever worked with any of these trading corps, or this is just in your
yeah.
mind that you think this would be of
No,
relevance?
we worked with American Airlines before. I'm doing training videos for their
Oh,
baggage.
training, not trading.
No, corporate. Yeah, training. Sorry.
What
Oh,
did you train?
what were they training in, for
What
instance?
was the topic in sales or in accounting or finance or what?
Just simply like how to do the job. Like if you're a bag carrier, for example,
Oh,
and
a bag carrier, physical kind of things.
yeah.
Okay.
But why do they need XR? Why can't I just do videos of showing them how to put the bags onto the airplane, or show the
Well,
stewardess how to inflate the videos? Why do I need
How to
XR?
inflate
uh,
the safety?
The safety gear, or how to close the doors. Why do I need XR for that?
because XR, VR in general, XR in general are immersive technologies
Yeah.
that put you in the, our brain has a way of receiving information where if you feel like you're actually doing it in that type
Uh
of,
huh.
it
Okay.
would, it would make you more efficient at it, you will learn faster.
And they would then need to wear the goggles. Or you anticipate, or what?
Yes, well, I mean, if we have some, we're trading someone or we're doing studies with someone, it would just depend on the type of product or experiment. But yeah,
And have you ever done XR training with any of these with any company?
we started working with American Airlines doing some 360 videos with them, but we never got to the later stages of doing more XR, like orientated, like VR and AR.
So you never did it, but you're just anticipating they would be interested in it.
No. We started working with them, but we never jumped to the next plateau. And
And what was the barrier for them to go to the next step?
I think it was because we were doing 360 live action, and at that point, there was a lot of hype going on about just doing, VR development for training,
Yes.
and they just American Airlines, they just saw it more of an advantage just to go with something that less live action, something they can work more with. And that's more longer lasting in terms of value than that 360 video.
I
So,
don't
But
understand what this
yeah.
is. Can you explain it?
Yeah. So they had a job with American Airlines,
Right.
but see if I'm correct here, Paul. You started with American Airlines just filming 360, and that was with baggage handlers, or who in American Airlines were you filming?
the people who drive those carts that
Yeah, the people
transport.
that drive on the tarmac.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And it
So
was
you filmed those people driving and what did you produce for them? Even, let's say you didn't get to the second stage, so you took cameras, 360 cameras. Was it you and who? You were
it
with a
was me
group, or?
and a previous company which I was working with two associates, two cameramen.
Okay, so you were working with another company at that time. You were like an intern or something,
I
or
was just an editor for the 360.
you were the editor of it. So another company was working with American Airlines.
What's the name of that company?
Paradise Key Media.
Okay,
Okay, right, right.
I know him. This there's a guy that owns a company that he cuts his hair very short.
Is that the guy sometimes he's at
And
Yeah,
CIC?
yeah,
Okay,
probably.
okay, yeah.
CIC and
Yeah,
Miami
right.
Dade
Right,
and a
right.
lot
We've
of
met
the
him.
events.
Okay, so you work with him. You were kind of like an editor for him, and he went out and he did 360 shots of those
Shots of videos.
videos of those guys on the tarmac with the little carts.
Yeah.
Okay,
And why did they not finally hire you or him, or
why didn't
you
the
said that
project?
finally they didn't reach to the final project? What was the reason? Do you know?
I think because they moved on to more VR production, like with 3D generated scenes instead
So
of.
they took another company or what?
Yeah, I think they took another company
Okay.
that they were just using us. I think they were just using us to see what concepts they would want to work with.
Uh-huh.
And
Okay.
why did they choose the other company over you? You have any idea?
Yeah,
And what is the other company?
I
Or
have
do
no
you
idea.
even know? Or do you even know they did VR? Or that's just your so?
I'm just,
He's just assuming that maybe
yeah,
they
I'm
did.
assuming because that's what I would do if I was the head of that department.
Okay, you're just assuming, but you really don't know. They may have scrapped the whole idea completely.
Yeah, it's
What
I
is
mean, yes,
what is his guess? His best guess
Is
is what?
his best guess? He thinks
Yes.
that they went with a VR company and
Uh-huh.
to develop VR, and that they were just using
it's
this.
also because in the industry at large, that's where the trends have been going in terms of these large corporations. They don't want to invest in 360 videos because VR is more interactive. 360, the limitation of 360 videos is that you always have to be at a standstill point. You can't really walk in the scene. You can't touch anything. You
So you're
can't.
not. It's not as immersive.
Exactly,
What
exactly.
is not as immersive as
The,
what else?
the 360 video.
Yes.
He
It's not
believes
as immersive as
as
what?
what? As XR video or
As VR,
VR.
like
As VR.
as
So
being a
he
virtual
assumes
environment.
that if you were a driver of
Of the
the big
trucks,
trucks, you're just viewing it. You're just like a bystander. You're just passive.
And what
Yeah,
does
like, you know,
what do
so
they want?
He
That
assumes
they wanted what instead?
that the driver would take a more immersive position, and they would
well,
be
you know,
more,
What
let's say,
does it mean more immersive?
That
What do you
they-
want the driver to do?
like
what
for
would the
example,
driver then
To do
feel?
if you had
instead of
if you had
watching.
a VR, game or whatever, like simulator.
Like a game. They would be involved like in a game.
While they're driving the truck and carrying the baggage, you
No.
want them to be involved in games?
Yeah, it would be more like that. It would
They
like,
would be like a simulation. It would be like a simulated pilot. He's not, when he's on a simulator, the pilot's on a simulator, he's not flying the plane and with the goggles at the same time. He's just in a simulator mode, like in flying the plane.
So you suspect that maybe if you produced a game that they will play the game and will be while they're playing the game they will learn how to place those baggage on the ramp and on the load them into the truck and unload them into the plane and stuff like that.
yeah, it would give you that more.
It would give you that more real life feeling of it,
Yes,
rather than just watching the video.
exactly.
That's it. And this is only assumptions.
Assumptions, yes.
Right, so he has no idea if they just dropped the whole thing and they just didn't even do any more
But
training.
I did see. I saw. No, okay, this is again more. I just don't want to go on a route of assumptions. But
Yeah.
I saw another company doing that. The same concept later on. They were using this VR, pre generated assets. So I would think the airline companies will want to.
He's just making assumptions. He
Yes.
has no idea.
Okay, we don't want to go for that route.
No, it's fine. I just wanted to understand. I just
Okay.
wanted to explain to Avi that Avi's thinking that this was actually what they do. He has no idea what they actually did. But he's thinking that they want to get into, he's doing a consortium, and that's what the area that he wants to get into, that he thinks is going to be a growth for corporate training.
That's
And
one.
corporate train,
That's one route. But like
yeah.
in
And
general,
that's what he
It's
thinks.
very time consuming to develop those interactive games.
And to make them good.
Is extremely
It,
extremely time consuming.
I mean, it's getting less and less time consuming, to be honest.
but it's
Yes.
still time consuming. You still need programming to it. It still
True.
needs to be engaging, and it needs to be a long time. It's just not having the butterfly there and touching it, but actually having somebody feel like they're driving
And
the vehicle.
making it interactive, it has to be specifically, extremely specific for pilots or for bag carriers. So if you
Yeah.
make it for bag carriers, then pilots cannot learn to fly with it. And if you make it for pilots, it's not relevant to bag carriers.
And also it's also even specific to maybe certain companies too. That American Airlines may be doing something completely different than a Japanese company. And the question is it necessary? Many times it's for government regulations too. What I need is
True.
for security, for OSHA or something. I need to make sure that they wear the helmet and they wear the back brace for the bag handlers and things like that. But it's the question of costs and benefit. Is how much more cost is it for me to? I have to do a checklist saying, did I train those drivers? And it's training the immersive one, number one, or just showing them a video, or just on the job training. So I understand what you
What
think.
can we do?
Yes.
You, you have access, we have access to the blockchain facilities.
Yes.
What can we do there? Take advantage of the facilities that are not used. For example, on Tuesday night, they told us that we can teach a class, and we are prepared to teach a class, and we can teach a lot of topics. But the question is, what will draw enough people? Initially, we can give it to them for free, but if you do something that they are really interested in, especially if their company will pay for it, then they will pay for it, and then you can get some cash inflow. And
Hmm.
maybe then if you are in touch with them, you can talk to them, and then they can tell you, our company, let's say that somebody from American Airline comes and is on charge of
Training.
training, then they can tell you specifically, and that can be a lead to something else.
Exactly.
So what can we do that will draw enough people?
I think like creating the marketing behind the events and just hosting them, and the word would spread pretty fast if we say that UM is hosting classes there. There's a lot of people there. Blockchain is all about finance and the markets and digital.
Finance and marketing we know well, and we have a lot of topic that we can teach about it. I haven't been involved in the blockchain except that I went to a lot of seminars, but I don't have a really good feeling for. Did you have any seminars that people were prepared to pay for and are related to business, so that we can provide a free training or education?
So what
Yeah.
have you? What was the most successful there?
They have this event every Monday night. I forgot the name of it, but for the blockchain markets, stock trading, and all that. And in general, I do see that people will come through and they are willing to
And
pay.
and people pay for it, or it's free?
Yeah. I mean, in some events are free, some events are paid. We were speaking in the last marketing meeting for Extra Miami that we're going to start creating ticket systems.
Creating what?
Ticketing ways to ticket people, so we can get tickets and people would buy them, and we would be able to generate revenue from events. So we
What
already
was that topic about?
So what was the topic? So you created like an Eventbrite, you mean?
yes, exactly. We're in that we're starting to do that, and we would have the Square machine where you can just pay on site, which would be connected to that event, right? So we would be able to sell tickets on site.
Why not just do? Why
What
not
was the
just?
topic that
So-
drew people that
They haven't done one.
there was
Okay.
not
Well,
enough space, so
yeah.
then you can charge some money, and so some of the people that don't want to pay will go away, so will
True.
generate enough. You have to have a topic that generates enough interest in the public.
That we went
What
on
was
to
the most
well,
what brought in the most people?
what was the most, either with money or with what was just the most well attended
The
event?
most well attended event first.
What was the most well attended event?
From our experience being there a month at the office, that event we hosted where you guys came through was the most successful one.
The one that XR,
Yes,
that
but
one
from
that we attended.
And
but
another question is, you want to have something that the audience will be corporate clients, because corporate clients, the corporation will pay for them, so they don't mind, they don't care. But even if you overcharge, since the company pays for it, they don't mind to pay.
Well, they don't mind to
So
pay,
if it
but
is just unemployed people that go there for entertainment, it is different than if you have corporations like Ryder Corporation or some of the biggest, or the Carnival Cruise Lines.
they haven't
absolutely.
had any.
You understand, it is depending also not about only about the number, but the quality of the people, what kind of people are coming.
Oh, the quality of the people is top class. That I can say 100%. You have a ton of blockchain developers who are coming through there.
Blockchain developers, basically, because it's focused on blockchain development. But
Yes,
you haven't had any for fee sessions. It's all been free.
from XR Miami, yes, but we're
Yeah.
planning on changing that
No,
too.
but besides XR Miami, other things in blockchain, or you're usually
Yeah,
not there for blockchain events, just
I'm
XR Miami.
yeah, normally I'm more there for the XR related
Okay, so he
topics.
doesn't know.
No, no, I know that they do charge for sure.
Oh,
Talking
but he
to
doesn't. But you haven't been there. Okay,
yeah,
let's talk about Saturday because it's you
It's
got
the
the
same
idea.
thing, but Saturday will have developers and programmers. So that's why I'm asking you, developers and programmers usually are not particularly interested in XR,
Right,
no, they
because
are
they are. Some of them are,
the most.
I'm a developer.
but you're not. But
And
maybe they're.
no, I'm interested. This is why I got involved. I'm involving you, but I think that most of them just in XR, they're not interested just in XR,
No, yeah, I
and
mean,
more importantly, the companies that they work for, most of them are working in financial services and in healthcare. I'm
yeah.
trying to figure out what can we tell them that will bring them back to the blockchain center, so we can teach them something to
Well, I mean, blockchain. Sorry, um,
to generate revenue for you.
I think the appeal of the blockchain technology in itself, it would be a big enough factor to bring people in. Blockchain is the future of a lot of these industries. You know,
Everything's the topic of blockchain.
like the idea of not of doing blockchain development in coincide with whatever other industry that the member is interested in. So, for example, if you're doing healthcare data management, blockchain is something that's going to appeal to them because
So you're saying industry specifically, blockchain and healthcare,
you know,
blockchain and
blockchain
finance.
and XR technologies are two emergent industries that are opening up the level field for integration of all these different types of
So
development.
like you could see, so
What is
like
he saying?
that it could be a combination of blockchain and XR together. Could
As a
possibly
hybrid kind of approach
as a
to
hybrid approach.
enhance whatever
And also,
company or path or type of development the language that the
Okay.
professional is using.
Okay, so let's apply to this Saturday.
let's talk about Saturday's event, and then we'll think about it of what we can do, and maybe we'll announce what we'll do, and then we'll get feedback maybe from the audience. They can give us, they can even let us know what they're interested in and what they would like to see.
So
We
you
can
guys
get
are
that.
coming through on Saturday to the Blockchain Center?
What?
Where is this event on Saturday?
This event is on Saturday. I'll send you a link. It's at Nova
Nova
Okay.
University.
University, and it's the South Florida Developers Conference.
Nice. Okay.
Okay, and then our session is going to be from 4 to 5. So let me go and find the section right here.
Would you guys
Okay,
do
and
a
then you
live
can speak
stream
to
on
him,
that
and I'll
one?
send him the link.
Fine.
Okay, I'll send you the link, but it's
Okay.
going to be from. You can put it in your notes there. It's going to be at. You know where Nova University is?
Yes, ma'am.
So it's at Nova University, and we're going to present from 4 to 5. But I'll send you the link where you can register, and you can register for free, and it's a whole
Can you switch my position? I have a folder with it. You can keep talking.
it's a whole day event.
Oh wow, awesome.
and it's free. They serve breakfast, lunch, and then there's a happy hour. Avi and
Well,
I will be presenting at 4 p.m. from 4 to 5. We're at the last session of the day.
And after
So,
that, there is happy hour.
and then after that is a happy hour. What we'd like you to do, if you and Lewis can come, you can come and you can bring your equipment and
sure.
we'll introduce you, and then you can, if you want, you can film the event with a 360 and XR and talk a few lines about what type of services you can do and how you're working with us.
Okay. Sounds
Okay,
good.
so that's the idea. And then if you can figure out the live streaming
Yes.
with, the Facebook already, and then whether we can do then, and maybe between now and then, you'll see if you can get the YouTube working as well.
Okay.
And then we can give the links out for them that they can be part of that.
Sounds good.
Okay? And then I'll send that to you, the links of what they need to register. Just send them the link on the South Florida
so.
developers. I'll send you the link and you can pass that on to Louis, or you can even pass it on to other people because it's a free event. So they
Okay.
can come with you. If you want, your girlfriend can come, any other people that you want. And it's not that far from you since you're in Aventura. It's in
Especially for the
Nova.
happy hour, people bring their families.
But
Sure.
anyways.
Can I share my screen with him? Here?
Yeah.
How? Here, you have the URL here.
Okay, so let's switch it.
So just share the screen
Yeah.
with me.
Yeah.
You see the URL there?
Yeah, but let me
Just
just.
send them an email so we can
Yeah,
click
I'll
on
just.
it.
I don't know what you did here. Hold on, let me just share my screen.
So you can see, they can type it as well.
Let me share my screen. And I'll send it to you in your email. And it's this Saturday.
And you can look at the topic, the different topics. They have
They have many
more
different.
than 1,000 people, they told me, are registered to it. And they have several hundred topics, seminars that are going on, some of them at the same time.
Nice.
Okay, and I sent it to you on your
Okay.
email there. It's the South Florida on your email.
Can you
It's the
share
South.
your screen so we can all see it? Go to
Okay.
this browser and then
No, I
share
have-
your screen.
No, I have to share my screen.
So she's going to share her screen.
Okay.
Hold on.
Because we are speakers, our I put it on your screen.
No, I have it right here.
I see the screen.
Okay, you see it now?
Yeah, so we're on, this is the event, and then you can basically, if you look at this, you can then register for free, and this is the agenda. They have different tracks, and you can see their tracks here is in IoT, and then you can see, and there are also a number of recruiters there and people from different companies looking for employees. So you may be able even to look at that to see what's available. And then they have open topics, and if you look, we're in open topics 3. And if you go down, see there's a lot with where this is prototyping. This is
Let me tell you in the meantime, while she's looking for it, what I would like to do. What we are doing is we are working on hedge funds that have trading rooms. And we want to do XR 360 broadcasting and archiving, so people around the world with the different corporations that have a trading room like that, they can see each other and talk to each other as if they are sitting all in one big trading room.
Nice.
So I would like to advertise a seminar in the blockchain about trading and XR combination.
Okay.
So you see
Okay.
our seminar. Let me explain to you what it is. Stop now. 360 AI is artificial intelligence, and RPA.
Wow.
Do you know what it is?
It's robotic processing
Mm-hmm.
automation.
Robotic process automation. So uh, of automated trading systems that are trading commodities, futures, equities, currencies, Bitcoin. Just leave it alone for a second. So the idea, many times what happens is in big companies like Bank of America and companies like that, they have trading rooms in which they have traders and algorithm developers that are sitting there all day long and are developing algorithms.
True.
But many times you have to have a lot of different skills. For example, a lot of them are PhDs in math and statistics, but they don't know economics. And some of them are economics, they don't know programming. And some that are programmers don't know the other areas. For that reason, they have to work with teams of people. So what we are doing is we are trying to enable them to work with teams of people around the world, and to make it easy to discover and find, we are trying to top the search. You see SERP, SERP,
Mm-hmm.
that is search engine results page. To make it easy for them to find each other, we are testing all kinds of strings. So when you type a keyword into the search engine, we appear at the top page. And if we are live, it will say live now, and you can click on it and you'll be in the live room. And if you want to talk and be seen like you are now, you click on another hyperlink and you give permission to the software to use your camera and your microphone, and everybody around the world and in the classroom or in the trading room will see you and be able to talk to you, and you'll be able to talk to them.
Uh, Fantastic.
Okay,
Wow.
so this is our session. So you can jot this down when you see it. So when
Okay.
you went to the link that I sent you, go to the section of the 4 to 5 p.m.
Okay.
And if you go to the 4 to 5 p.m., you'll see where the you'll see us right there at the 4 to 5. You see there are others. There's a lot of sessions going on at the same time.
And they thought that our session is the most interesting, so they placed us in the auditorium. The auditorium is, during the day, they have a lot of parallel classes and seminars. But at the end, everybody finishes their seminars and bring everybody together to the big auditorium that can sit more than 500 people.
Sure.
So we want to take advantage of that and showcase you and Lewis and tell them that we are going to do a special seminar about XR and training opportunities for corporations. We know business, so we can teach about a lot of topics, from search engine optimization to trading algorithms to uh, even broadcasting. We've been broadcasting our classes for years.
Okay, that's wrong.
But we would like to incorporate something that you can explain, that we normally are not focusing on XR so much.
So you can talk. We can do that. So what we'd like you to do, so what
But
we'd like.
remember, you have been in the last seminar that this guy Gravy, what is his name? This
Praveen.
Praveen. Remember the Praveen?
Mm-hmm. Of course.
Do you
Yeah.
remember the demo that he showed about a trade
Yes.
workstation?
Yeah, with HoloLens.
You know how.
That's right. So
You know, it'd be
what
good.
we are doing, we are trying to enable. The problem with traders is they're afraid to go to the bathroom, because by the time that they go to the bathroom, Trump drops dead or something, and the market turns upside down. So they want to be able to see the trades and tell the
Take a
algorithm
walk away from the screen.
or take a walk and tell the algorithm, stop all the algorithm now, because the market becomes very unpredictable. It's like what happened with the coronavirus. All of a sudden, at the beginning, they thought that it will stay in China, and all of a sudden, all over the world, it starts spreading, so the markets take a dive. And if I have algorithm that are trading, the algorithm cannot predict what will happen. So it is best to shut them down for a while until the market settles down, or change to special algorithm that can deal with crisis like this.
Okay, so let's talk about what we need to do before you do this. So what I'd like you to do is you also can invite Praveen as
Okay.
well.
Yeah, I
Sure.
invited him already.
Nobody but-
the problem with him,
Oh, he's at work
they
camp.
they have a parallel event in WordCamp in FIU.
Okay,
So he said he couldn't come,
okay, even at the end at 4
but
o'clock.
he may
Well,
come.
I'm working with him closely on a lot of things, so it's.
Okay, so let him. Yeah, okay, so it's
Yeah,
fine.
let
So
him know.
no.
Okay.
Let me. Can I,
I mean-
speak?
Yes, go ahead, please.
So maybe what you can get is from Praveen is ask him where was the little video of the trading systems using
This is on the
VR.
internet, so-
Right, but I'm just saying he can give him the link and he can pass that on to
I
him.
can show you the.
I think I still have that link too, so I'll ask.
Okay, so send that to us so we can show it. Is it something that possibly that you guys can do in the future? That'd be
But,
nice.
okay, but I'll ask him anyways, even if I have it.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
Okay.
So that we can show it. So what we need you to do is let's meet at least, let's say at 3:45. Let's meet at that auditorium
Okay.
in room 1124 so we can set up.
Right. And we
Sounds
can
good.
come. There will be a lecture before us
So-
normally,
Yeah.
so we can set up the equipment. Also, do you know anybody that owns HoloLens?
two.
Even one that can bring a HoloLens to the event?
I can talk to someone. I don't know if he still has one, but yeah.
But that will be good because the software that we are running, the problem with Magic Leap is that they made their own operating system. The software in financial services and in healthcare is primarily window based. And so it will be a lot easier to deal with window based software because all these developers there are also programmers, a lot of them are programmers in C#. And this is also the development environment of this software that we are going to demonstrate. So
And most of those developers know C#.
So we want to take advantage of having all these developers there and make a group of developers that will work with us. So when you have a job, let's say some company like American Airline or some other company, many times they don't have enough programmers when they want to do something. So if we will have about a dozen different programmers that can actually deliver, that are very experienced, and we can bring them whenever we need, that will make you much more attractive than other VR companies.
So you see up here of registering. So Paul, you can register yourself and any other people here. You can register for free, and then you can even come earlier. In terms of I told you they give free breakfast, lunch. There's also a number of recruiters there and companies looking for people for jobs. So you can also talk beforehand. You can talk to a number of the recruiters and companies that are looking for employers, and you can maybe get your business card or take something where that you can share that with the people that tell them about what your services are.
But I would like to do more than that. I'd like you to come up maybe with 5 points about the seminar about XR that we can do in the BlockChain and have a time, let's say Tuesday nights. And we can advertise it to them right there. So those of them who want to participate in it will have a time and day that they can come. And
Or tentative. That's a good term.
tentative will be subject to change.
No, but it's saying that this is one that we'll do in the future as a possible thing.
Yes, you can have some 5 points,
Okay.
5
A
lines
5-point
about
presentation.
what would you cover if we had a seminar like that. What would it cover? And
Okay.
give it to us so we can revise it.
Or maybe put it into our session.
Let me
as a
give you another
possible.
example. The University of Miami hired some company that does only XR, and they got a grant from Magic Leap,
To train people.
and the Magic Leap donated to them 100 sets
Thank
of goggles.
Wow.
And they put it in a huge room, and it sits there, and nobody is using it. So they gave a grant to professors, and they give $10,000 to each professor that will develop something.
Wow.
But these professors know absolutely nothing about any topic that is, they are like physicians, they are doctors.
But the XR they don't know about XR,
So
but
they
they
went and they hired a company from Miami to teach seminars about XR. And why shouldn't they hire you?
Exactly.
And we went to one of the workshops. This guy gave a workshop for a whole day,
don't say anything bad about it.
and
Don't say
what I think will be a perfect situation if they can hire you to give a seminar too.
or somebody like
And
that.
most of the time, what he
Yeah.
did, he showed videos
No, later on he showed the programming
about XR, and then at the end we made a little.
program.
He had another program that was all the data was there, but he distributed the code and made tiny little changes in the code, and we followed his lead. So
Wow. Okay.
that is something that between you and Louis and us,
Uh-huh.
we can do it too.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. We have, we're pretty much a community, so we have a lot of
They have
people.
community you can do it.
So if you can make 5 points seminar like that, and we can advertise it there, and we can get people that will be coming to the blockchain,
Hmm. Sure.
we have an opportunity to talk to all these people, and immediately after our presentation, there will be a happy hour. So they're all going to the happy hour, and then you can bring your business card, and then you can talk to them individually. But it will be very good if you can make one seminar even, and we can get them all in one room to talk about whatever you can do about XR, and then we can combine with that courses from marketing to accounting to finance to programming related to business.
But anyway, so that's
Okay.
what I get.
That all
Okay,
sounds good.
so we got an idea. So what I suggest you do, let's talk about the main thing is, let's actionable ideas that this is in. You can see here where it is of the agenda. You'll see the agenda where it is.
Yes.
So you'll see here the agendas and the timing here and the registration. So let me go to home.
Do you have something already planned for the next month or so of some seminar that was already planned in the blockchain center that we can add another?
Yeah, we have a drone workshop that's happening, I believe, today or tomorrow at the BlockChain Center.
They have
And
what?
Drones.
a drone course on
A
drone.
drone course at the blockchain tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow?
Drones.
Yes. Like
At
on
what
drone.
time?
Let me find that out for you from Lewis. It could be even today. Let me find that out now.
Maybe it's today. He doesn't-
Today in the evening?
Yes. I'm asking Lewis now.
He's looking for it.
Okay.
And we have tomorrow, actually, you guys remember Jai and Karen?
What?
Who?
You guys remember Jai and Karen from the blockchain center with that board game idea?
Yeah.
They were speakers in the last time, right? The woman was speaking and also the guy was speaking.
Yeah, I think yeah they were in that room with us, and they're gonna have a hackathon tomorrow. We're gonna
A
host a hackathon
hackathon.
And when
So-
is the hackathon?
tomorrow night from 4 p.m. to
4 p.m. tomorrow. We're at the FIU, the WordPress.
It's gonna be also VR game night. So
And VR game night.
it happens every Friday.
Have you ever been?
I'm sorry.
Have you ever gone to the VR game night?
Yeah,
And how many people show up?
like a maximum, I would say like 20.
How
Oh.
many?
But that's
And usually,
many?
how many people?
usually for that
Game
type-
night.
for game night. I would say usually it's like 10.
10 people for
It's
game
just
night.
What
it's
is-
more of I'm sorry.
What is their background? Most of them are just unemployed, the kids that like to play games, or are they?
No, I mean it's like blockchain developers who wanna just play VR games.
And it's mainly men?
Yeah, I would say.
Are there any women at all?
No, there is. It's just
But
it's
not
The
really.
women are coming with the men.
games, video games.
Yeah. Why
mostly
do
that.
us to
But
do that for a Friday night?
we're gonna create different types of events and different
The different types of
generate more
events. So 10
demographics.
dollars.
You
Okay.
know,
All right.
Are there any people that come from a corporate background
yeah,
that are working in corporations?
yes.
And what kind of position are they? Programmers, marketing? What are they?
Sales.
Sales?
Mostly marketing and sales, I would say.
Sales. Marketing. Okay.
But like in
After I
general,
don't have
there's
time.
always
So you
developers
can go. I can
out there.
stay by myself.
Okay. Fine.
I like to get a specific idea that we can promote
Okay.
when we are there. You
Yeah.
understand?
But it's a different crowd. Okay.
Doesn't matter, but if I can
No,
find out what crowd comes there, we can
Yeah.
target it. If I
Yeah.
don't know anything,
Yeah. Okay.
the
Alright.
problem is that we were planning to go to the Word Camp in FIU,
WordPress. Yeah.
WordPress.
Yeah,
They have a
same.
developer seminar on Friday.
Yeah.
Oh, true. Well, I mean, you guys are gonna have time to like get to know the demographics there and the type of mostly on those Friday nights, the same folks who go who hang out around there. You know, and it's a good environment to do hackathons and to do workshops
He says it's a good environment to do workshops. Okay.
and hackathons. And it's a 24 hours, open 24 hours, so we could easily have developers there.
So you could even do like a hackathon in 24 hours because they leave. They can do the. They
Can work at night.
They can work at night.
Yep.
Yeah, I would like to understand from you what is practical for us to promote and do to take advantage of having all these people that are programmers sitting there and looking for stuff to do.
It's like the guy you
Yeah.
saw from the
You know,
XR guy. Remember the guy that is a friend of Praveen that wanted to come to my class?
The one with the equipment.
Yeah, he told me he
You
goes
know,
to
like
hacker.
the kind of guys that, like the one that came with the equipment, with the suitcase.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
goes to a hackathon. He wins the hackathon. He tells me all the time. He won at the University of Miami too for 8 days. So that's what he basically does. He joins hackathons.
You know him personally, that guy with the suitcase.
He's
I
friends
read-
of Praveen.
Yeah, he's friends with Praveen.
Yeah, he's friends with
So
Praveen.
that kind of guy, if we can get him and
I'm
do
sure.
something for programmers, that a hackathon, but dealing with XR somehow, so we can get you and Louis involved in it.
Sure. I mean, all this information, you know, the whole idea of VR 360 is to allow more virtual audiences to attend and to allow. So in the end of the day, it's just enhances anything that we work with.
Okay.
I want to ask you also some other questions. We got this camera, and we were shooting our classes
With the Insta 360
with the
X1,
Insta 360, and before that we used the Samsung.
the Gear 360.
And the problem is that the stitching takes forever.
On the
I started stitching it yesterday at night, and I'm looking at the machine now, and it didn't finish stitching it yet.
You need
Like
a computer that has a good graphics card.
Yeah, my question is, when you stitch it on your gaming machine
Is it
that you had in the seminar,
Is it any quicker?
how is
Yeah.
it much faster?
It's a very noticeable change in the
What
time.
did you say?
It's a noticeable difference.
Yes. Also,
How much different?
Let's say like a 1 minute clip, it will do it like in like 15 seconds. It will render. It renders out everything a lot more faster.
So you'd say from a regular machine versus that, it does it twice as fast, 3 times, 4 times,
I would say like 4 to 5,
4 to 5 times faster with the gaming
because the
Okay.
graphics cards they take a lot of the inflow processing from the
for the
processor.
graphics
Hold on a
card.
little.
Okay, so I'm leaving here.
Just stay with me for a second. I want you to help me to share the screen with him so he can understand. I want to show you an example
are sharing.
of a trading algorithm. You can go if you want.
Are you
Of a trading algorithm, so you can see this is an algorithm. For example, can you see our screen?
Yes.
So what you can see there is a trading algorithm. And
Wow.
these algorithms, they are buying and selling. You see the text on the screen.
Yeah.
So, for example, here it says buy 100 shares at $135.74. You see my cursor right there?
Yeah.
So the the algorithm decides when to buy and sell.
True.
And the algorithm has a form. You see this line that looks like not as the straight lines. You see the straight lines in the right corner there, the blue
Yeah.
lines.
Uh-huh.
That is called the linear regression channel.
I see.
You understand what the regression is?
Yeah, in some way, not in this context. Yes.
It's basically a mathematical formula that is forecasting the stock market. You see,
Uh,
when you look, you see this red bar. You see this red bar there?
yeah.
That is the last day of the historical data. You understand what historical data is, right?
Yes.
The rest to the right hand side is where the future, where the algorithm thinks the future will be. Would the stock market go up or down? You understand?
Yes.
So according to the three blue lines, from your understanding, which way is the stock market going to go in the next few days? Up, down, or no change?
Down.
No, up.
Up. Shit.
You don't understand that these blue lines.
Point to the blue line.
You see the three blue lines? Let me put my cursor. Maybe you see this one? 1, 2, and 3. You see these three lines?
Yes.
Which way do they point? Up, down, or flat?
They're going up. Yep.
Do you understand now what I mean by up?
Yes.
Okay. So these lines they are linear. Do you understand what a linear function is?
Yeah, it goes linearly,
It
progressionally
is a
down
straight line.
a straight line. True.
You understand?
Yes.
So the straight line, the mathematics of the straight line are simpler than the mathematics of the uh, polynomial. Is a more complicated function, but it is not straight line. You see the blue. You see the two red lines here.
Yeah.
Is that a linear function or a nonlinear function?
Non-linear,
Why not?
because it has a curvature.
That's right. It's not a straight line. You understand it?
Yeah.
So what the problem is that the stock market moves in nonlinear fashion.
Hmm.
It goes up and down, but it doesn't go straight up and straight down.
Because
And
it's based.
the math and the statistics and the chart become very complicated and take a huge amount of resources, so much so that the algorithm cannot. Why am I telling you all of this? Because many times it needs a gaming machine, because the algorithms and the chart are so complicated, and the data that comes in is a tick level data. Do you understand what is a tick level data?
No.
You know what is a second, right?
Yes.
There are 60 seconds in a minute.
Uh-huh.
So you can have a year, a minute, an hour, and a second level data. But sometimes the stock market, when there is problems, especially like now with the coronavirus, within 1 second it moves 100 or 200 different prices. You understand?
Wow. Yeah.
And the problem is to display it on a chart. The charts are moving so fast and have so much data that the CPU gets overloaded. So if you don't have a graphics processor, the algorithm cannot keep up with the market, and so the algorithms cannot trade, because by the time the algorithm can do something, it's already the whole market already turned around. Let's say that the market went down a few nanoseconds. So the algorithm has to be fast enough to figure out the market is going down and trade. But if the algorithm waits a few nanoseconds, the market turns up again. So if you don't have a very fast graphics processor, because it's depending, in order for people to understand what's going on, they need to see a chart.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand?
Yes.
Now, when you look at this, you see there is another line a white line that is going like this. You see my cursor?
Uh-huh.
That is a polynomial function. And according to this polynomial function in the future, which way the market will go, up, down, or no change?
Um, the white line, no change, I believe.
This line, you see this line here?
I can't see your mouse sensor anymore. It's like non. I don't see it being moved.
You see the red bar?
It's just I don't see your mouse
No,
anymore.
but you see the
Oh,
red bar.
yeah.
There is on the right hand side of the chart, there is a big red bar.
Uh-huh.
Do you see the red bar?
Yeah.
So according to you, which way is the market going, up or down?
From the red bar down.
That's right. So what I want to
Oh,
show you, the polynomial function says that it will go down, but the linear function says that it will go up. You understand?
yeah.
So there is a conflict between all these formulas, and the algorithm has to decide which one is more accurate and trade on it.
Hmm.
You
That's
understand? So many times a person has to watch it and approve it or disprove it, or sometimes decide let's cut them all off because the market is so volatile. The algorithm is going to lose a lot of money fast. For that reason, you need to have in the trading room. You need to have people that can talk about it around the world, experts that specialize in the different topics, so they together do a lot better than any one of them, because they have different backgrounds and all of them help a little, and together they can control the trading much better. The point is that it needs to have a graphics machine when
yeah.
this data is coming so fast, and it needs to display all these charts, so somebody like you, for example, that is not trained in finance or math or statistics can understand what's going on. Because when you look at the chart, you can tell me you understand why the blue lines go up and why the red bar looks like it is going down.
Yes, but it's.
And you
I
don't need to understand the math and the statistics because it is so obvious.
Yeah, like a piece of art. You can just tell by.
That's right. It looks like a drawing, an artistic drawing.
Yes.
So our idea is to try to bring it to people like yourself that are not trained in it, but when they look at the chart like that, they can figure out what's going on and have enough confidence that they can understand it and feel more comfortable that they have a clue.
True. That's in the future.
So I wanted to explain to you what is the relevancy of the 360 and live trading. So there will be, for example, when you have a disease like that and you are Chinese and I'm not, I'm afraid to meet with you.
It's a concern. It's a valid concern.
You know, we went to Las Vegas to the Consumer Electronics Show a couple of months ago. I mean, last month. And I was in the booth with all these Chinese, and they were wearing masks, and I didn't know why they were wearing masks. And they might have been carrying this virus, but they didn't even know about it themselves. And we were sitting and talking like they were showing me their equipment and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
that is why sometimes you can work together but be apart.
Yeah, like physically and stuff.
Physically apart, but intellectually together. You understand?
Yes.
So this is the connection between XR and trading and everything that we are doing. This is why I think it will be a good match, because this topic, financial services and healthcare, they need even for all these medical services, they have X-rays and all kinds of very heavy graphical
True.
machines, but they cannot be in the same location at the same time.
I see. Yes, absolutely.
So we want to bring them together and combine the XR training on this topic for the reason that I explained to you.
That all sounds incredible, and I think it is. That is the value that XR brings to visual stock trading and all that. For sure.
What I want to show you is that somebody like yourself that may be interested in it but otherwise has no clue, when you look at the chart and the way that I explained to you, you understand why the linear function thinks that the market is going to go up, and this is from recent market from 2 or 3 days ago. And because of the coronavirus,
Uh-huh.
the linear forecast doesn't know anything about the coronavirus and is going to completely go in the wrong direction, and the companies can lose millions and millions of dollars if they don't understand it.
Wouldn't it be a good idea to buy then?
Excuse me?
Isn't it a good time to buy then stocks? Or I don't know anything about the
I'm
market.
not sure. I cannot hear you well. I have hearing impaired. I had a bomb explode on my ear, so I don't hear so well. So can you say it again, please?
No, I was just saying. I think it would be a good time. I don't know anything about this, but I think if these companies are losing millions of dollars, it'll be a good time to buy stock. I don't know. Like if this is happening, and I don't know. I think the company who created the vaccine for that virus will make a lot of money at least.
So the whole point that I wanted to make to you is use you as a guinea pig and demonstrate to you
Awesome.
that somebody like you that may not have had the clue in
Uh-huh.
5 seconds or 10 minutes that I was talking to you, you understand when you look at a chart like that, you understand that how the algorithm would go in the wrong direction because of this situation with the coronavirus.
True.
And you can have confidence that you can understand what to do. Should the company buy the stock or not buy the stock, for example?
Exactly.
And that is our objective, to make it simple to people that are not, because a lot of these programmers that are coming to the seminar know nothing about it like you. They are programmers, but they know nothing about trading. But they are very interested in it, and we need people to help us program these algorithms. And there are a lot of companies that need to train people that are programmers but don't understand finance and economics.
Sure. I see.
And many of them are trading, the algorithms are trading multiple markets at the same time. In other words, this is an example of IBM. So IBM is traded in the New York exchange, and there the Chicago exchange, and there are exchanges in Europe and in Asia and in the Middle East, and they are trading, some of them 24/7. In other words, they are running all the time on multiple exchanges, so they have many monitors in their trading room. But with a HoloLens, they can have all the monitors in their goggles, and they can walk around and take a walk while they see in real time all the trading around the world.
Exactly.
And people like you that are not professional traders can also see it in real time, and more importantly, they can understand it.
Exactly.
Like you, I just talked to you about it 10 minutes, and you understand how the algorithm thinks that the market is going to go up, and it's obvious to you in 1 second you told me that the market will go down. And you're right.
Exactly. It's completely fluid. It's great.
So I want to explain it to you so you have some idea. If you can make 10 points for me to talk about what we can do in the blockchain, combining XR with the financial services like this and others, and we have this. You understand what source code is?
Yes.
So we have the source code for that, and I can put it on the screen for you if you like to see it.
Okay.
And this is do you have any experience or knowledge about programming?
Yes.
Let me see if I can find the source code here somewhere. So this is now what you see on the screen is the C# source code.
Uh-huh.
You see, and this is in green. What you see in green is the regression channel extended. Do you understand? The regression channel as those are those straight blue lines. You understand?
Yes.
The difficult part is to forecast and to tell. Everybody knows the history. But the difficult part is to predict what will happen in the future. You understand?
Yes, sir.
So that is what, when they go to the right hand side, after the big red bar, that is the linear function forecasts the future incorrectly because the market are not going to straight, they're going up and then turn around and going down. So you need to have a polynomial. You cannot just have a straight line.
I see.
You understand? And that is the source code. What I'm showing you now is the C source code
Wow.
of taking the code of the linear function and extending it into the future.
Hmm.
So
True.
now we are working on taking the nonlinear function. Remember the two red line that you said is not linear because it has a curve,
Yes.
and
Oh,
to extend them into the future. So that is what we are working on now. But we got the source code for the linear, and now we have to take the source code for the linear and apply to the polynomial.
wow.
So then the algorithm can realize, of course, and there are statistical measures that tell the computer which algorithm can predict the future better. And that is called R square. R square is a percentage of accuracy from 0 to 100. So when R square is 100, that means that it predicts the future 100% accurately. And when it is 0, it means it doesn't predict it at all. And we can add the R square to the algorithm, so the algorithm knows to decide when the linear function is wrong and go according to the polynomial function. You understand?
Yes.
And we have the source code to everything.
Wow.
So I will show you an example. I'm going to minimize this and show you how I add, for example, this R square. So I go to the indicators and I'm looking for R square. You see R square here?
Yes, sir.
And I say add. What I want to show you is somebody like you that doesn't understand anything about it can, if I teach you for 5-10 seconds, I said okay R square and I said okay, and you see the lines on the bottom?
Yes.
These lines are the R square, and then you can take it and drag it to the top, so it goes right on top.
Yes. That's so cool.
So now you can see, you see how the R square goes from almost 0 here? The last one on right next to the bar, you see?
Yes.
So it tells you that the probability, what is the probability of the forecast to be accurate. And we have the source code for everything, and we have to adjust it so it will go forward to the right side of the big, you see the big red bar?
Yes.
The big red bar is the present. So you tell me, to the right of the big bar, what is it, the future or the past?
The future.
That's right. So you see how at the beginning when I quizzed you, you were completely off, you were absolutely clueless.
And yeah, exactly.
And 30 seconds or maybe a minute or 2 minutes later, you already figured out and most of your answers are correct.
Absolutely. No, yeah. That's. I see what you're saying. You can teach people in a class like this.
So the idea is to take a lot of people like you that they don't know about it but are interested in learning, and take a few people that have been doing it all their lives, like myself, and work together to create a team. So I can do this, you can do the 360 video, and we can get some programmers. Maybe you can program well enough too to help us have more charts extended into the future so they can make better trading decisions and make training for corporation, a lot of the corporation like the University of Miami,
Hmm.
they have a lot of money that is sitting idle, and they get 0% from the bank. And using these algorithms, you can get about 10 or 20% return on investment. So it is a huge difference for them.
Absolutely. I see what you mean.
So a lot of them are interested, especially now with the everything. There are so many problems. They are interested in improving their return on investment.
True.
So this is our focus. They gain to their ROI if they improve their SEO, the search engine optimization, if they get on the top of the search engines, and so on.
I see. I see. Wow. True.
And I want to show you, I showed you the example already. If I go into the browser, I go to the browser and I type a keyword. So I'm going to go to YouTube.
Uh-huh.
Just for example, right now I'm in YouTube. Can you see that?
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to type a keyword. The keyword is Dr. S. Rushi. Okay, one keyword, and I hit return. And look what happens to the first page.
It's right there.
We push everybody down, and I'm going down. And by the way, you see there's the picture there?
Uh-huh.
Do you understand what this picture is?
It was,
The picture that looks like waves.
it's a graph for the feature for what you were showing me.
That's right. You see, every time I ask you a question now, you guess correctly.
Exactly.
What this picture is, you see there is a little graph inside the big graph.
Uh-huh.
Do you see that black and white graph inside?
Yes, sir.
That is the stock market historical data, and the rest of it is the forecast. You see, this is a polynomial forecast, so you can see that the initial trend of the market was up, but what will happen later after the initial trend? What is the future according to this video?
It's down.
That's right. So this is an example of a polynomial that is extended from the history into the future.
I see.
But what I wanted to show you also is how we took everybody down and we pushed them down so that we dominate the top maybe
30.
I didn't count, but maybe 50 or 100 position down.
True. Wow. That's important for sure.
So it is important if you have a topic that you need a lot of people to find it quickly. They don't need to go anywhere. They type a keyword, and boom, here it is.
That's wow. Yeah. That's the next level.
So these are the type of things that we are going to demonstrate. And by the way, you see that right now it is called that is saying Ninja Trader 8, 64-bit. Can you see in the chart on the top of the screen?
Yeah.
This is the name of the software that it is all free and you can download it for free on your PC. Go to ninjatrader.com
Uh-huh.
and download it for free. That is a trading platform.
Oh. I'll look
And
it up.
unless you actually trade, everything is free. When you want to actually connect it to your bank account and you want it to actually execute the trade and buy and sell, then you have to pay them a small fee. But for teaching purposes, you can teach on a simulator and it is all free.
Beautiful.
So this is what we want to teach with the XR.
I see. Cool. I'll give it a look.
And we want to find out what will be the gain to your ROI. For example, if we work with you and all of a sudden you start getting jobs,
Uh-huh.
we want to measure how many jobs you get as a result of working with us and our students. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this gives you an idea of what we are going to teach and where the video, because we want to be able not only to teach the people that are coming physically to the blockchain center, but we want to get people from all over the world to participate remotely like we do now. And you could be in Afghanistan and I can be in Miami and some other person can be in Honolulu.
Sure.
Of course, there are time differences, which is a problem, but otherwise, we can work together like this.
Exactly. That sounds great.
So that's the idea. And the reason that real time is important because when you deal with the stock market, and sometimes the computer holds a stock for a minute or 2 minutes. So when there is a little latency is not so bad, but if it is more than 5 minutes, the market completely may change within 5 minutes. This is why real time is important,
Absolutely.
especially for day trading. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Any minute you could lose millions of dollars.
And if you are good at it, a lot of the brokerage firm will give you the money. Let's say that you're doing a very good job in what we are teaching, but you don't have money.
Mm-hmm.
So what they are going to do, they will provide money for your trades. You cannot take the money out. You can just trade with it. But if your trades are profitable, you get commission from the profits.
I see. Okay. That's good to
So,
keep.
anyways, these are the type of things that we are going to cover in the seminar, and we are going to go into the code and explain to them how they can code it.
Okay, so I'll have a 10-point like document with how I check and
So if you can make a 10-point document, I'd like to show it in the seminar, and we will introduce you and Louis, and you can say a few words, and then, of course, in the happy hour, we will have, if you can have some time, even a seminar that exists now, and after the seminar we can have 10 or 20 minutes discussion. That will be good, and find out about these drones tonight. Maybe we can swing by and talk to some of the people. I don't know.
okay.
Let us know.
I'll send out immediately for you. Okay.
Did you find out anything about it?
I just got to call Lewis right now and just ask him directly, and I'll send you guys a text message immediately. It's when is it, and
Okay, so what do you think?
I think this this is all incredible, and I'm happy to just learn and grow with you guys and be able to tackle such incredible subjects along with XR technology. I hope I can. I know that I can help out tremendously with 360, and we can transition into doing AR, XR, and just integrate all these different things. And it's I just love to learn about it in general. It's fascinating right now, especially with what's going on in the world. Hello.
Yes, so how can I help you in any way besides meeting you on Saturday at the seminar?
If we can find a job, or if we can
You'll give me what?
if you can find I don't know, if you can get us a job to work with. But it seems like we're already on a good course here, so I think let's just pop Saturday and happy hour and see how we can answer that question.
Yeah, and find out if you have done any seminar like that or if you have some points that we can integrate into our seminar.
Okay.
Can you send me a few points,
I'll send you. I'll
even
send you.
5 or so points that describe,
Okay.
like in more details, what do you think will apply? How can we apply XR to these ideas?
Okay. I'll get on that.
In the meantime, I'll bring my camera. I put a half terabyte, 500 gig micro SD card in my camera, and maybe when we meet, if you bring your laptop, we can copy it to your laptop, because it takes so long to stitch it that I don't know if I can stitch all of it. Even though it is running all the time, it still didn't finish the lecture from last week.
Yeah, no, the stitching part is a pain in the ass. I feel you. But yeah, with my laptop, we can get it done. I can get done 3 that day.
Yeah,
But
so Monday night we took it to the class and we recorded the class, and it is running since Monday. It didn't, still didn't finish stitching.
that's crazy.
So today I have another class and I have another load of more than 30 gig of video, and I cannot put it in the machine because it's still working on the other one. I have several machines too. I can do it in parallel, but right now I realize I have a problem with the stitching. It's just too slow.
Yeah, no, I can definitely help you with that. Whenever if you I can maybe pick up the come through and just render out that fast and just leave you the process
So I
video.
was thinking I would like to get maybe a machine like yours, like a
That's
gaming laptop, but a new one that has. We went to Las Vegas and I saw that Dell. What is it called? This company that Dell owns?
Razor.
No, the one from Miami that
Oh, Alienware.
Alienware and Razer. Both of them have new machines with more Thunderbolt ports that are very fast compared to even USB 3.
Yeah, true.
So I would like to buy another gaming laptop that we can bring to the blockchain that can handle much faster those 360 videos.
That would be incredible.
And also the trading, with this trading, once you start putting complicated chart and you run multiple algorithms together in different markets, is also the machine is becoming so slow that nothing works. Is too slow.
True.
So think about it. If you think about a machine that will be good for this situation, and then I can bring
Okay.
it to the blockchain and you can demonstrate also the XR stuff on it.
Okay, sounds good. I'll think of a good option that would suit you for those two needs.
Yeah, because this 5K videos or 8K videos, 360, when you stitch them, is just too slow.
Yes, true. I know.
So if you can put together a few lines of issues that we can include and find some day, even if there is an event already, that we can tell people come to this event in the next month, and we are going to have a little session in the event to discuss what to do.
Okay.
And let us know if tonight that this event is on, or tomorrow night. Maybe I know that they have a happy hour in this in this word camp in FIU, but maybe after we finish, we can go to the blockchain center.
Okay.
All right. So let me know if you have any ideas, and in the meantime, I'll let you go. And if I don't hear from you, we'll see you on Saturday. And if I hear from you and I can help you, we can talk and talk to each other and see each other a little earlier.
Sounds good. Yes, sir.
And send my regards to Louis.
I will.
All right.
All right. Have a good
Take
one.
care. Thank you for calling.
Thank you.
Bye now.
Have a good day. Bye.